Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld. I forgot to show off yesterday. We got a brand new title. Yay! It's very close to the original 2009 title. There was a resource pack from a few years ago that did, no, not even that, maybe only a couple of years ago at latest. Anyways, did pretty much the same thing, and what I ended up doing was I was given permission to take it and modify it, and now we have an improved version for 1.16 because the resource pack was initially for 1.20 point something, I thought. Anyways, that's all that. Howdy Ian, welcome back. We can now jump on in and go home, I think, because I think I grabbed everything here in the nether. I did indeed make the artwork. I got inspiration from a resource pack I was looking up not too long ago. Alright, let's see. So what can I bring with me? Because both of these are full. What do I want to leave behind? I'll take with me another rack, primarily for building. I'll take all these chests. I need them for the warehouse. I don't know if I need any of this other stuff with us. If I go home, I'll just have to sort it out. As if I'm not making Mac. When I get home. Oh, you know what I can do, though? Hold on. In fact, don't I also have many more nuggets? I have a crafting table. Why didn't I think of this yesterday? Now that I have a crafting table, why don't I... There we go. Why don't I combine all these into bars? And then take all these bars, and make another block. Boom, just like that. Alright, well, either way, I'll probably leave the iron. I'll take the leather. Anything else I really need? Not particularly. I think I'm all good with both of these being full. So we should be all set to head on back. So the game plan now is... Use that for building. Game plan now is to head back. So I've got my outpost here. I'm going to screenshot it because I need to know the coordinates. Hello. Where'd you go, buddy? That's a ghast right over there. Hello. No, 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 no. Goodbye. Alright, let's eliminate the Enderman, and then... Oh. Baby Zomble Pigman. But I think I'm fine with the little adventure we went on here. My game plan is to make it back. Oh, I don't know if I picked up any of this warp nylium. Oop, I know I picked up the crimson nylium. I should be smart and pick up some of this as well. Alright, well either way, if I need more I can get back here. I haven't yet touched entities. I've been working on the netherite armor and tools set. I got a lot of work to do. But at least now I kind of know what I'm doing. That's a buzz. Is this important? Nope. Did thorns really kill it? That's kind of comedic. Nom 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 nom. Alright, we're gonna heal up real fast, spend all that saturation. So now we're gonna go that way, to the best of our ability. Like what I might do, now that I have more than 2 ender pearls. Huzzah! I want to get back to old chunks as fast as I can, because I want to get back to my ice highway. We are currently at negative 24 on... No, that's not what I'm paying attention to. We're currently about 2,000 on the Z, which means we're not too far from the monolith outpost. Problem is we have about 2,400 blocks we have to travel until we get to the area. And I don't know where I came from. I'm pretty sure I came from up here, but my general path sort of looped around this way. I don't know how I got here. I'll figure it out. There's more than one way to get back. Creepers and pigs are only related if you consider the model change to have in-universe implications. How did I get here? Did I not come from this upper area? I thought I did. Howdy, howdy, welcome back. I have not at all seen Jeepers Creepers. Come on, Enderman, get mad at me. Get over here. He's taking too long. Alright, so yeah, we just have to go this way. In which case, I think to myself, an Enderman, place that. I'll pick it up. So we're making a Mario Maker engine. What are you making it in? Which language, I should say. Do the paintings have any lore implications? The Wither painting does. Shows you how to make a shows you how to make the Wither. This nether is not being super helpful right now. I will say though, all these additional caves are useful. They used to not be nearly as much before. Before 1.13, I should say. You know what I can do if I really wanted? I have my pickaxe. I could just go forward. The question is, I don't know how far I'd have to go. You say I'm close to the reaching latest, and it's time for the regular reminder of we're gonna take a break after 1.17.1. I will not be reaching latest at any point in this series, because that's not the purpose of it. And I see Crimson Forest. What happened here? Why is this place so messy? Huh. That just looks weird. Ow. Was it you? Did you mess up the terrain? Under normal circumstances, I'd take the time to do some compulsive terrain smoothing, but I'm not trying to do that now. Yeah, UMP will only reach the latest version if Mojang says this is the last update. Not in Mazava, I'm indeed in the nether. No, I need some bacon, get back here. Except I don't think baby hoglins drop anything. I don't think any baby animals drop anything. Pretty sure that's a deterrent to only go after the adults, particularly with animals. Nom nom nom. This is why I needed bacon. Uh-oh. Hello, how's it going? I'll take that bacon. Thank you very much. 1.16 was such a high quality update. Came out at a great time as well. One day, perhaps, Minecraft might have a final update. They said recently that they are hoping for Minecraft to at least be a 50-year game, and we are at 16 of those years. So we'll see if we have 30 more years left of Minecraft updates. 30 more years of Minecraft updates means it's going to be an entire new generation in charge of Minecraft at the time. I'll take that, thank you. Oh yeah, we've only traveled a third of the distance, or a quarter. Oh, don't tell me there's another wall. Excuse me, Nether, I gotta get out of here. I think a lot of people remember when the Nether update came out. That was a great time for Minecraft, early 2020. People had to stay home all day. I'll take that bacon, thank you. Ian, you don't expect to live in 30 more years. That's a rather short lifespan. The 1.7 through 17 terrain generator had a feel to it. That feel is no longer here as of 1.18. Beep beep, excuse me. Trying to get on through here. Oop, we're getting low on space. Hello. Look, striders with baby striders. Touchdown. Alright, let's see if we can travel here. I feel like we might have difficulty. One thing at a time. Mojang is going to need an entirely new plan of development if we ever get an update as favorably received as 1.16 was. Is this a chunk border? Oh, maybe this means we're getting close to, maybe this means we're getting close to previous terrain. 1500 is a possibility. Or it's just one of those random chunks that generated because Minecraft said, I'm gonna place a chunk here for no reason. I don't know if that still happens these days. You know, maybe I should have made a fungus on a stick. Is that a nether portal? A ruined nether portal that generated at the bottom of the lake? 1.19 was indeed not a favorable update. Especially 1.19.1. Excuse me, magma, don't mind me. 1.19 should have been 1.17. I want to say we've been getting, I should say, the original plans for 1.17 has stretched all the way out to 1.20. I can't remember if 1.21 had anything in particular that was originally announced. I'm just gonna bridge it. .21 did bundles. Okay, so the bundles were later than I thought. I was thinking they were the tail end of 1.20. Wonder if there's a chest down there buried in the lava. Too late. Another thing that was shown off and we ended up getting a little different was archaeology. I remember how cool I thought the showcased archaeology dig sites were. And then, as well as the usage, the physical creating of the clay pot. I still think that's more interesting than just crafting it. I need to look at a dig site in the final game though, because I haven't played enough survival in 1.20 to know what the full version of archaeology we received was. Looking back, after all the outrage of 1.19.1, it really came down to, yes, it happened, but the vast majority of people just have it disabled, either client or server or both. That ended up being the finalized result. Soul gravel, there's soul soil, and gravel spawning next to the soul sand. Oh, don't mind me. Oh, am I running out of land? Where are those guys falling from? Alright, so I gotta go that way. But you see, that is in the way. The basalt texture used here is a concept I'm utilizing from a resource pack I had. Oopsies. A resource pack that I found way back when 1.16 was new. Hello, that I can't seem to find the exact name of it. But, because I still have the original file. So what it did was it utilizes a version of cobblestone for the top of basalt, and then a version of wood for the sides, and then I just did something similar. Same thing with blackstone, using the a black version of the netherrack texture. But because I realized blackstone has different top and side faces, I turned the top texture into a black version of the cobblestone as well. Very similar to a lot of how people use basalt in various mods. There's a mod that added volcano, that added basalt and cobbled basalt. And the texture here looks very similar to what that ended up looking like. When, or I should say, which Minecraft Live was the one that was showcasing 1.21 features? Was that the last full one back in October? Because now that they're doing them semi-annually, I don't remember exactly what happened when. Yeah! I'm still going the right way, right? We've traveled 1,500 blocks, and we have at least 800 blocks to go. Except there's a wall in the way. Last year's, October, right? I barely remember that one. Part of that's I only watched it once. You can say this year's, but pretty soon here, I say soon, later in the year, they still plan on having the second one. The mob vote has only been a year and a half. Because there was no mob vote this previous year, back in October. which means it would have been October the year before, or September. Oop. Hey, another fortress. I think the Minecraft experience is at its third location now. It was in Texas, then it was London. I feel like it left London and is somewhere else. Or it's going to be somewhere else. Yeah, I think it's a wise decision. A smart thing Mojang has done to retire the mob vote and not look back. Such a large... Oh, there's a thingamablob right over here. I only spent an hour and a half yesterday trying to find one. Where was I going with that? I was going to say that the Minecraft lives definitely have a much different feel than Minecon Earth back in 2017. 2017 and 18. 2019 was Minecon Live. And then 2020 was Minecraft Live. I gotta go that way. I don't have any easy way to do so. Howdy, Jonas. Welcome back. I'm pretty sure I recently had something on Steam as well. Someone messaged me on Steam asking me to vote for something. Whatever it was, I didn't do that. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back. Too bad I built that outpost so far away. Thankfully, I don't have much over there that would be considered useful. Pretty soon here, we should start reaching old chunks. I'm kind of sad though. Oh, no way, another bastion? I'm gonna have to leave it though. But yeah, hopefully soon we start reaching old chunks, because I'm ready to get out of here. I didn't know about 2B2T until, I think it was 2014. I picked up a magazine. I think it's a PC Gamer magazine. And inside it mentioned, like, Minecraft records and stuff. Or, like, big Minecraft accomplishments. And 2B2T was on there. Back in that day, I remember being able to easily join. Did this not generate correctly, or is this just how it's supposed to look? Anyway, I'm currently looking for more Endermen. If people are still queuing up and paying for the priority queue or whatever it's called that 2B2T has, I'm sure they'll keep getting money that way to maintain the server. I say them, I almost think it's one guy. Alright, let's see, any Endermen around here? We're still in a warped forest, right? Yep. You say people are not paying that thing. Yet, I was talking to someone last week who was, because the queue was so long. Of course, one person is not going to maintain an entire server. But, that's proof that there are normies out there who will pay for it. There's an Enderman. Where'd you go? Aha! Hopefully I won't hit. Oh, hello. Where'd the Enderman go? I need more pearls. Hello. They can pick up the roots. Well, I guess that makes sense. They can pick up mushrooms. And I think flowers. Anyways, not important. The whales will dry up. Interesting. I don't know what changes over the course of the pre-releases. I want to say the startup screen changes to the red background with the white text. Oh, I'm seeing lava over here. That's not looking correct. I think we might be in old chunks. Which means I have to find the monolith cobblestone pathway. Except I don't remember where that was. At first I almost thought you said PS3, and then I read that again. It did say pre-3. At some point, Minecraft might have another large-scale revival. I feel like, though, with the current plan ahead, unlikely to happen soon. And I don't remember where exactly the exit point is. I don't feel like dealing with them. Because if I'm way over here on negative 100, the ice highway should be somewhere directly overhead. I'm just not currently there. I should be close though, based on where I'm supposed to be. Excuse me, y'all. I'll be a little mad if it's like on the other side of the wall. I'm trying not to stray too far into positive X though. Because at some point that means I'm going to hit the other side of the loaded junks. And that's not what I want. I wonder what it's going to take for 2B2T to go down. Unless it's just time. As time melts away everything. I wonder if I should be going the other way. Where, oh where, would that portal be? I probably should have omitted to memory wherever the monolith portal was. Is that should be within view distance. Except I can't see very far. I was trying to find a resource pack that would remove the fog using the built-in shaders. Unfortunately, I did not find any for 1.16. At some point in the future, we may find out whether or not he's really been replaced. Who knows? Alright, before I make the jump, I feel like I should just figure out where I'm supposed to be. Pretty sure I need to be more that way, except I don't have any ender pearls. Sad times, sad times. And this is a terrible spot to be in. Alright, I think I'm just gonna do it. Geronimo. If it ends up, or I should say, if I end up traveling so far, we're gonna reach the point where I stumble upon spawn chunks, because I'll see all the lava and all the glowstone that generated from my multiple Farlands visits at all the duplicated spawn chunk points. I want to say the server map was about 2 terabytes several years ago. I'm sure it's far larger now. Howdy, Piglin, don't mind me. Well, I guess I'm traveling the extra 800 blocks. Potentially. I'm gonna be really sad if I have to swim that. That's not gonna be fun. 2016, nearly 10 years. I wonder if me of the past have traveled this before. I don't remember the last time I've had to travel through the Nether like this, because I know I've had my cobblestone tunnel just beneath the Nether roof, and I remember using that for a while. Minecraft community as a whole don't like him, or the average 2b2t player doesn't like him. The server, alrighty. Howdy, Potato, welcome back. I would not be surprised. Alright, 500 blocks. Question is, where exactly will I need to be? I'm way down here. It's always... Yeah, I have plenty of cobblestone I can build up if I need to. We were talking about 2b2t because... I'm trying to remember something about Minecraft's community and history and stuff like that. Truth be told, I don't remember. You'd have to check back maybe 10-15 minutes ago. Alright, do I go up? I think so. Outer buzz, that important? Alright, not important. It can wait. I can understand disliking the dramatization of it. I feel like I've only ever seen 1 or 2 of Fitz videos in regards to 2b2t. It would have been a long time ago because I haven't been interested. Alright, y'all ready for a fight? I'm getting hungry. Oi. You know what I think it is? Bringing in the wrong audience. Because before, 2b2t would have been for folks who would have liked the challenge of trying to survive on there. I wonder if someone's done a proper history. proper history of the average players on there. I'm thinking, because I gotta go that way, but there's lava. We need... Okay, if we're at about 1,000 on Z, we need to get... Oh wait, hold on. 300. I need to be at 300x, which means... Oh, hold on, we might have to keep going that way. Changed my mind. Does he even do non-2B2T content these days? I don't know what his channel primarily uploads in the present. Part of that is I haven't seen any of his videos recommended for a while. There's a lot of people, I should say there's a lot of big tubers that sometimes y'all talk about. And I think to myself, I haven't seen any of those videos. Alright, we might start sliding on over, because I gotta go that way. Decisions. I might just start bridging across the lake. Alright, so I'll go this way perhaps. So I don't know how close I was to the monolith outpost, but because I didn't keep track of wherever it was supposed to be, I've decided we're just gonna take the portal up where the spawn chunks are at. Dramatization of stories will always be a problem human historians will have to deal with. Or any non-human historians that may look upon Earth's history in the future. A 100,000 block highway does not sound crazy to me when I think of the amount of people who have hopped on 2B2T. Time and players. Those two factors being such a large scale, which is why it does not sound like a big accomplishment. If it was one singular person, that'd be a different story. Or if that was done over a short span of time, then that would be a different point. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, I'm like right there. I just need to keep sliding over. Because I need to get to 300x and 880z. So that's about 100 blocks Z. And about 250x. I wonder if I'm just gonna end up right over there. Hold on, if I could judge based on the size of the spawn chunks, I wonder if I could just slide over there now. Except I need a place to put the blocks down. And I'd rather put this one block lower. There we go. I wanted this to be in the lava because if I were to fall in the lava, I want to be able to get out. Alright, well, we're just gonna start going this way. Hold on. We're gonna run out of netherrack. And I don't think I brought any additional with me. Alright, not the end of the world. We'll just see how far we go after 44 blocks. turning many things into consumable products has become the ways of the world. And I think I'm looking at the chunks right there, except I ran out of netherrack, so we'll pick up more real fast. This is fortune. If you're going to fight the dragon again, do you already have the stuff for the crystals? Let me bring all this over. Alright, hopefully this is enough to get over there. But I'm pretty sure the glowstone directly in front of me spawned at the edges of the Farlands. And all the floating lava falls. So now I'm just gonna have this one random netherrack line sticking out. Well, I guess we'll never officially see the spawn chunks again in anywhere outside of spawn. Not unless I were to make a duplicate, but that wouldn't feel proper. Besides, I already replaced all the chunks within the nether with actual Farlands, I should say. Well, too late. Hello, I did not mean to walk right into lava. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Hold on, where exactly is the chunk border? Alright, right here. Alright, well I'm now within spawn chunks. At least I was back in beta 1.7. Fire resistance potion. More like improperly set game rule because of Mojang done goofed with a snapshot. If you notice, I've taken great big falls, and I've thrown ender pearls without any damage. The nether has entered peaceful mode, essentially. I didn't need that much netherrack, but we're gonna keep going anyway. Alright, so if I'm on this side, the corner is to my right, which means the portal should be straight forward and to the left. I should say the staircase. We can't see the portal. I don't even know if I have a portal. I don't need a portal. I'll just take the ice highway. You can tell these chunks were all loaded in beta, though, because of the amount of spread that these mushrooms have had. I don't know what's wrong with all the lighting, though. I probably should have optimized the chunks. Oh my gosh, look at all those mushrooms. Look at all the shrooms. Yeah, this is what happens when you keep the chunks loaded for far longer than what they're supposed to be without any light. Oh well. Alright, so the staircase is... we're close. I'm pretty sure we're still within the spawn chunks themselves. Hello. I don't remember exactly where the staircase was. Maybe it's up there. It's been so long since I've been in this area. I don't remember much. When you say glowstone using the same noise map, are you saying glowstone generation? How it is placed within the world? I would have anticipated there would have been a change in 1.16. Don't quote me on that, though. For all I know, they looked at it and decided, well, this still works. This still works with the new nether generation. And then just never touched it. Maybe I'm not on the right side. I don't remember exactly where it is. I just know the portal is closer to this way. I guess 880 would put me at Not far from here. Maybe I'm on the wrong side. We're supposed to be going south. South was the direction I went initially. So we're at the corner here, except this is not the corner I thought it was. Oh, this is the corner. This is right when I walked into the Farlands, because I built this little bridge since the terrain was a little bit too high. Okay, I know exactly where I am now. So that's the corner. We need to go right up there. For as much as there have been plenty of folks who caused theater problems because of the movie, I can also say that we didn't hear about all the theaters that did not have problems. In the 2 times that I watched in theaters, everyone seemed calm. So who knows, maybe it's just the people in my area. But I feel like we would not hear about people acting normal. Therefore, the problem very well could be much smaller. And none of these torches have light. Much smaller scale than what it would appear in the whole scheme of things. Everyone you talk to mentioned screaming. Yeah, I didn't have any of that in the times I went in person. I don't know if I'll watch again until the Steelbook comes in. That's currently on pre-order. I'm waiting around for June when it's released. It was delayed by a month or so. I wonder if it's a QA thing or if they're going to include the Block Party Edition, because that'd be a cool bonus feature since I didn't get to watch that. That would be totally worth it to wait an extra month, but we'll see. I'm an optical media enthusiast, therefore I like my bonus features. Number 2 greatest part about physically owning the content. Second, only to streaming services can't pull the content off of Blu-ray. Once you own it, you own it. Unless something happens to the disc. But that's irrelevant. I wonder why only some of these torches are dark. I don't know, not important. Anyways, let's head home. That took me over 45 minutes to get back here. You walked away with a bad headache. That's unfortunate. Alright, do. Standard of life degrades, humor melts down to its bare essentials. Sounds reasonable. And stop. You know, hold on. Before we go home, I know I just came back here, but it'll be a short trip. I do want to know, for future reference, where exactly is the monolith? Because I thought it was around 2200 on Z, but I very well could have just been too far over on the X, and that's why I missed it. Here's the thing about what the average Joe says and felt on the daily. How much of that information is correct? But equally so, how much of information that we have from the past, like newspaper articles 100 years ago, how much of that was correct as well? Okay, maybe it's farther than I thought. So this is at 26. Oh, it's much farther over on X. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let me crawl out there real fast. I think this is the... Yeah, so this is the monolith portal. I was about 400 blocks over, but equally so. Let's see, if I was outside... Beep beep. That would have put me... Oh, this would have... Ah, I would not have seen this. Yeah, this is not a good area to work with. So now I know I have a bridge. So about 200 on the X, and then 2600 on the Z. So I guess I did have to travel much farther over. We'll see when I get to Stuff Plus next, because it is still not a confirmation that it's going to be this summer. I'll probably look at strategic timing. I feel like there's a lot of information that very well might not be meaningful with the average Joe. Isn't that why they're called average? I say as if I'm not one. Did you know the average person does not think they are the average person? And spawn chunks go zoop. I remember traveling to and from the monolith and thought that took so long. The scale has changed. Whoop, missed it. There's an Enderman up there, hello. Why do I keep getting deposited down there? Wonder if they changed something with boat exiting. I'm sure it's good to have such information in the comments saved for future reference, but not everything saved in the comments are going to be useful. People will always have biases based on their background. I'm home, and one of them escaped. Alright, what are we at? Day 6,197. 200 more days and we're gonna be at 10 stacks of days. No, 100. 100 stacks of days. I don't plan on getting gassed out here. I have a lot of sensitive stuff. Not to mention if it blows up the portal, I can't get the portal in the same state it's been ever since 1.8, I think. Anyways, we have a lot of new nether blocks. But before we get into all of that, let me put away everything that I've already had. Will the ends, or are you able to see the size of the end city? Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna go blast mining after this. Well, before we do all that, let's put away all this stuff. There's, I'm sure, some sort of lore reason as to why you have to douse the water over the gas. I feel like there's some sort of lore book. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's an official Mojang lore book. And that's in the thingy that Jeb wrote. The extensive book that Jeb wrote, which is likely to never see public eye. Alright, so let me toss on the netherrack. I needed gravel. I don't have any more of that. Wait, why do I have one gravel? You know what? Not important. Did I pick up any spectral arrows before? I'll probably just leave these with all the regular arrows. Yeah, I'm trying to grab everything that I could put away because the majority of this I'm gonna have to create new stuff for. Would water make them float though? It could depend on the temperature. I don't know at what state you would get water to be lighter than air at higher temperatures. Unless there's another substance interacting. All those pickaxes, never to be used again. All these swords that at some point will have to go to the thingy. The Enderman farm. There we go. That's the word. Alright, so all of this is new stuff. Pretty soon here, in a few minutes, I'm gonna have to whip out 1.16 to see the block list. And I'm pretty sure I've picked up bone blocks before, right? Have I not at all picked up any bone blocks? I might just start leaving these in here then. I don't need to spend one additional block. I will say I'm kind of glad that I only have to worry about the block museum and not the item museum. And then the chests I'm going to keep on me because these are going to the shelves at the Zelenay Co. So if I keep regular arrows down there, we'll see if I remember to keep spectral arrows up there. I'm going to say that now, and then a couple months are going to pass, UMP is going to go on break again, and then I'm never going to remember. I wonder if I have a crossbow chest. Alright, the nether wart block I can put away because that I should say has already been in the game before. Oh, I'm gonna have to put away my one ancient debris block. Oop. That's alright, I'll be picking up more. Yeah, let me put all this in the block museum real fast. Chains are new, right? Chains were added in 1.16. Hold on, let me verify real fast. Doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Yep, 1.16 added change. Cool. 1.16.2, they can be placed in all orientations. Just making sure that is a new block and not something I missed before. Yeah, let me put all that away. Magma blocks are old. Leather is old. Crossbow. Enchanted books. Those are old. Yeah, once the world goes on break again, I plan on updating the download, except, truth be told, I currently don't have the funds to update it entirely. I physically do not have the cloud storage space right now. Diamond leggings with curse of vanishing. That's unfortunate. Alright, so where's the leather? Hopefully the block museum stuff will go by faster. Well, man, I'm gonna spend half the warehouse, half of the third warehouse trying to put all this stuff away. Oh, nighttime approaches. Let me catch some Z's in the bed I don't have on me right now. We'll sleep later. Thank you for your service, Iron Golems. Alright, we'll be coming back for the TNT later, assuming it doesn't take me an hour. Yeah, I'll just leave that there. I'm pretty sure I moved all my enchanted books over to the nether. Not the nether, the end. Let's see, magma block. Magma blocks are a 1.10 item. Crossbows, we'll see if I keep with the bows. Does not look like it. I don't even know how many crossbows I've picked up. You know what, here, I'll just leave the crossbows with the bows. Unless I do have a crossbow chest. What do you mean by update as many builds? Once something is built and completed, I don't have much of a want to go back and update it later. Unless I intentionally save space for something new in the future. Ice cream station. I swapped out the glass blocks for glass panes when I added the roof. Part of that is I wanted the glass blocks for the roof. Charge for downloads unless I can't. Well, that's not fun. That's not fun for the people who want to download the world. Being someone who likes downloading other people's worlds. Alright, let's see. We're looking for magma blocks in 1.8. There might not be any. So we have coral. This one's empty. I'll just toss the magma block there, I guess. I've probably only ever had the one magma block, unless I left it somewhere. Would I have picked up magma cream in the past? I think so. Alright, well, let me head down there and see if I left any of my magma blocks with the magma cream. An ant hit your nose and today it hit your eye? Why did you let an ant crawl on you? I would have stopped as soon as it was discovered. Alright, magma cream. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Nope, no magma blocks. Goes on your towel. Sad times. Alright, so for nether wart blocks, do I keep nether wart blocks with the nether wart item? Can I deconstruct these? Nope. That's okay. I think that's okay. Hold on, I wonder. Okay, where are the nether warts? Nether warts would it be in... Nether wart is a 1.0 item. And I'm not currently seeing it. It should be in this area. This is where all the brewing stuff is, for the most part. Is netherwort in the blocks area? Because it's plantable? Oh, here it is. Oh, that's an ugly format. We'll update that. Oh, well, I guess I'll just keep the netherwort block down there. I think I've said before that the way the file system is for Bedrock, having version selection is not as streamlined a process as Java Edition. And I want to say a lot of that is the requirements, the software requirements are packaged within the game itself. So it's a more complete thing, whereas Minecraft has all its libraries separate. How much for more disk drive space? I'd have to see whatever the next tier is. I want to say it's 250 a year for, I think, 5 terabytes. The thing with Bedrock is it was designed as Pocket Edition for mobile devices, and then they brought that over to every platform that it could be on. $2 months for a new PC, woohoo. Finally can move on from a laptop. Yeah, let me go place these chests down. That will free up the space a little bit more. And then we're gonna start putting stuff down in the block museum. Once everything is in the block museum that I can update, I'll be going back to the warehouse and putting it all away. Most of your pay is going into it. What's the current budget? Or do you have a specific computer in mind? Or is it like, the parts list? Alright, let's see. Which shelf was I working on? I say as I walk across the conveyor belt. We were looking at this one, I think. Oops. There we go. Alright, so this one's done. This one's done. We'll start working up here next. Pre-built. I can understand. Alright, so with that taken care of, I say as I look in the distance, hiccup, and see the signs rendering and not rendering. Do we have entity distance? Oh, we do. We're gonna bump that up. Does that adjust signs? What? I thought the render for signs would have counted. Maybe it's for our item frames. Intel Xeon with RX 580. Alrighty. Isn't there a cow over here? I thought I just saw a cow. Maybe I'm seeing things. Oh well. I'm very happy with how the Zelenay code turned out, but oh boy, I need a very extensive amount of wood to finish all the shelves. Oak wood for the shelves themselves, and then any type of wood for the whatchamacallits, any type of wood for the chests. If you say this world looks so bizarre, does that mean you downloaded it recently and looked at it without using the resource pack? Chests don't always generate within the... Okay, put that one away. Chests don't always generate within the end cities. That's unfortunate. Watch the iron and gold despawn? Oh no, sad times. Yeah, let me grab, I guess, all this real fast. And then we're also going to grab a crafting table, since there's no way I have every possible variation. Stream death, 0 drop frames, something on your end. I still wish there was a way to display on screen the drop frames. If I really wanted, I could like get a window and it's just the OBS portion. But I don't know if that's really worth putting on. You shall get to see how the world looks later. Trademark. Oh wait, no, it's soon. Soon is trademarked. Later is what? Registered. Well, the crafting table's over here. Hopefully I don't need a furnace. Famous last words. I'll just leave a spot for whatever it needs to be cooked. Or you know what I could do first? Because it's cracked, polished blackstone bricks, and it's cracked nether brick. Zero dropped frames. Something, I will say something is going on, but it's nothing I'm able to solve right now. Do I have the slabs in here? Or another brick slabs, right? I think they're over here though. This resource pack is like wearing rose-colored glasses. Or should I say classic-colored glasses? As most of this stuff is from Minecraft of old. I'm looking for nether brick slabs, but where did I keep those? Here are the stairs. Those are not the stairs. Here are the stairs. Do I not have any nether brick slabs? Am I going crazy? Because I would have left it with the nether brick itself. I don't know where I keep my nether brick slabs. Interesting. Well, anyways, the reason why I wanted nether brick slabs is because I'm pretty sure to craft, there you go, my detailed nether bricks, I needed 2 of the slabs. And then cracked, I'll have to cook. I already have the cracked polished blackstone bricks. These names are starting to get long. At least it's not as bad as wax cut, lightly weathered coppered stairs. Alright, so I needed... How much RAM does your computer currently have? Do I whip out 1.16 now? I will always prefer lightly weathered, and however long it takes, I'm probably going to change the name in the language file. But one thing at a time, I already had to spend 45 minutes or so trying to update the language file for 1.16. There's a lot of biomes that had their name changed after their introduction in 1.7. I didn't realize that until I was going through and was like, what is this? What is this giant tree spruce biome? Oh, it's a mega taiga. Or like windswept forest. That's Extreme Hills Plus. Stuff like that. I did change the names back. For some of them. Yeah, let me go in here. Let me go some furnace fuel. Alright, while this is going, let me find 1.16 because I need to know the block list. I'll take the cracked nether bricks, thank you. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, I'm also going to want... whatchamacalled? I'm also going to want the bricks, quartz bricks, that's what it was. Because I remember going through all the block list multiple times as I was trying to figure out what needed to be changed. And so let me take a quick look at this real fast. The stuff that's not directly generating in the nether, I'll do a little bit later. Yeah, I think I'll start out with the naturally generating stuff. Alright, so let's just head down. Oh wait, I forgot a crafting table. I might need that. The 10th anniversary is over tomorrow. I was originally planning to do 10 things, but as I thought about it, I ended up having more ideas than 10, so I figured, well, I'll just time this however it goes. Alright, my crafting tables are over here. I'm thinking about leaving one of these crafting tables. In fact, here, I'll take 3. I'm thinking of leaving these crafting tables perhaps near the staircases, because these might be useful in the future. In fact, here, I'll just take 8 of them. I don't know if I'll use all 8, but one thing at a time. Anyways, I'm going to go Huzzah. In fact, I wonder what's going to be like playing at 50. They very well could have done, I should say, the anniversary update very well could have done some things that Half-Life 2 update did. I wonder if they used Half-Life 2 update to give ideas for what sort of changes to make. I haven't even played the anniversary update yet. I've wanted to, but I still want to play episode 2 first, pre-anniversary update. Finish it on my channel. Howdy, spider. So then that way, once I get through that, then I can update and casually play on my own. So we're gonna put these crafting tables. I'm kind of thinking of just right there. I can't remember how many staircases I had, so that's why I brought multiple. Yeah, entity distance and toggleable redstone when a singular piece was both 1.16. Oh wait, I wonder if that means I need to update the redstone texture. I wonder if the format changed. I should write that down because I actually forgot about that. And we'll about Notepad real fast. Because I just need to make sure that the block is orientated correctly. For all I know, it didn't change. The pack format page on the wiki lists multiple changes, and that redstone was not on there. So hopefully it just uses the same textures. Alright, so what we are looking for is, how about we go relatively in order? So ancient debris. Block number 1. I don't even know what's at the far end. Was I supposed to do anything from 1.15? The bee nest. I don't have the bee nest yet, so we're going to leave this slot empty for the nest. So I'll just put the debris here. And then let me set this down. So we're looking for basalt and polished basalt. Can't believe I've only ever picked up one piece of polished basalt. Too late. Alright, so then blackstone. And oh boy, let me find that picture with all the blackstone variants, because we got a lot in here. So we have blackstone stairs. This is why we have the crafting tables. Do I even have enough for all this? About to find out. That's obsidian. I'm supposed to put that away. I don't have a netherite block. I've only found one ancient debris, and that was from the chest. We're gonna get to the netherite block eventually. Netherite's probably gonna be towards the end. So, stair, slab. Oh my gosh, I just barely have enough. Slab, stair, wall. 6 blackstone for the wall. We're gonna hope I didn't pick any of that up. Well, that was fun while it lasted. So the next, we have polished blackstone bricks. Do I not have any polished blackstone? Hold up. How do I make polished blackstone? It's 4 blackstone to make 1 polished, and then, oh boy. Alright, so, let me see. So for polished blackstone, we're gonna have pressure plate, I should say here, block, slab, stair, wall, pressure plate button, and then we have brick. So we have polished blackstone brick, cracked blackstone brick. We should have, nope, polished blackstone brick slab. Oh, what? Hold on. Do we not have, maybe we have to find this. Hold up. How do you get the chiseled blackstone brick? You have to find it. Polished blackstone. Oh, it takes the polished blackstone? That's not cool. With the amount of blast mining I plan on doing, I fully intend to complete part 4 with full netherite armor. I think I was saying I have a whole month in 1.16. I don't need the stone cutter. That's not true. I could totally use a stone cutter right now, but I don't currently have the polished blackstone because I just spent all my blackstone. Alright, so, anyways, so block, cracked, we need polished blackstone slab, any stairs, polished blackstone stair, oops. I have so much polished and cracked polished blackstone, but I don't have any of the, I should say the bricks. Polished blackstone brick. Cracked polished blackstone bricks. Alright, well anyways. And then the last one that I do have on me is the gilded blackstone. So anyways, I was looking for block, cracked, slab, stair, wall. This one will be chiseled. That means over here, gilded. Alright, so all of this is gonna have to wait because I told you there were many blackstone variations. So the next, how about we go for nether gold? Did I just see a slime down there? Potentially. I thought I saw something green. Anyway, so with that taken care of, next on the list, we're gonna really hope I did this correct because it'll be a little sad if I have to move them over later. So the next is, we're looking at cracked nether bricks and detailed nether bricks. I don't know how much I'm confident in the cracked nether brick design because I had to redo it since the nether brick pattern between Joppa and vanilla are not the same. So I had to change that a little bit. Nighttime's approaching, except I don't have the bed over here. I guess we'll just keep working. So the next, can I plant the crimson and warped fungi anywhere? I cannot. So thankfully, I have some stuff that I could place down. In fact, here, if I did crimson warped, let me dig these up real fast. Crimson warped again, because I want them as 2 dedicated entries. There we go. Oh wait, are these gonna grow up? Do I have to put glass on top of them? We're gonna leave that like that for now. I'll come back with glass later. Alright, next. So, this is the part where we start working with all the planks. So we're going to start with crimson because I've already started with the planks and stuff. So let me leave this stuff behind for now. Alright, so I'll need log planks. Dooba-doop. Yeah, log planks, slab, stair. I don't have any wood for fences. We're just going to dedicate a little bit of this right now. Fences, trapdoors. What else? I think that's it for. Oh, wait, hold on. And one of this. Oh, wait. Can we also strip the blocks? I don't know if we could strip them. Alright, well, either way. Oops. Mistakes were made. Alright, so log, plank, slab, stair, fence, trapdoor, door. Can we make pressure plates out of these? Oh, we can. Oh boy. So pressure plate, full block. The hyphae, it is called. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. How's this doing? Okay, one more because I do have to strip this as well. Which means I'm gonna have to strip the log, except I don't have any more logs. Hello. I really don't have any more crimson logs. Oh, sad times. Oops. Maybe this should grow up. Maybe I'll start a little mushroom farm. I might plant some of these. Alright, so with that taken care of, I have to do the same thing. Well, no, hold on, because there's all the plants. You know what, we'll deal with the plants later. I want to focus on the full blocks first. And what happened there? Why is that chunk dark? In fact, why is that chunk dark as well? Something happened in the lighting, or with the lighting, I should say. This stuff is not working correctly. So now I needed the stripped logs, and I'll leave this back one reserved as well, in case I need to put anything random back there. Let me move this over. Alright, so let's put away all that. In fact, you know what, nah, I'll keep that separate. Keep the wart separate. Why do I feel like I should have grabbed more of the warped wood? Well, too late. Alright, one thing at a time. Alright, so now it's copying the same pattern of what I had there. Log. Oops. Log. Plank. Slab. I'm getting flashbacks to, what version was it? 14? It was either 1.14 or 1.13 that had to do the same thing. Create a whole bunch of different variations of blocks. Maybe it was both. Okay, so log, plank, slab, stair, fence. Thankfully, I don't have to make any more sticks. Trapdoor, door. Trapdoor, door, pressure plate. 2 days until Notch's birthday. His birthday is the 31st. Truth be told, I would not have known that. Oops. We're gonna go to bed. I'll deal with this later. Now I know I need many more crimson blocks, so I'll take care of that. We're gonna fix this after we sleep. I'll need to do something about lighting along that pathway, though. What I might do is put torches along the wall. In fact, why don't I do that now? A hello staircase. Because I have torches on the wall in here, therefore I should be able to put torches along the wall on the inside. In fact, hold on, don't I have cobblestone pillars going along? No, I don't. I stopped the pathway. Well, that's what went wrong. The thingy only goes up to there. Bye. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish this pathway, and so that will extend the light forward. Oh, hold on. I'm hearing stuff. I'll be back shortly. And I have returned. Alright, let's get back to work. So we're returning with cobblestone and other stuff. But yeah, the stream didn't freeze. I was sitting there trying to think, alright, what do I say next? I don't know if you noticed, but there were still mobs walking around and like the sky moving, if the sky was even visible. Oh, doesn't matter, sun's coming up anyways. Alright, so let me go grab the whatchamacalled. Let me go grab the bed. That way I can sleep. Then I'm gonna toss all of this into the shulker box and deal with that later. I think I'm gonna work on the block museum in my own time, because this is taking too long anyway. So let's toss all of that behind. Alright, so with that there, we need glass and cobblestone. Back to I will just grab all the cobblestone. In fact, if I'm going to take a bunch of cobblestone, let me grab all this. And then, do I need any stone slabs? I feel like I needed them for another staircase, but if I'm not making another staircase, then I'll just not work on that yet. And then the bed is over here. Cobblestone, glass. I'll just grab all this real fast. Alright. Back to work we go. So let me think. I need to expand the bridge. I'll need to fix the glass in the floor. And then we'll go from there. Nom 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 nom. Alright, so from here, maybe I'll also figure out how exactly I want to light up the midsection for this. Very well could be as simple as just putting a smooth stone and then with a torch on top. Was the lag spike? Lag spike where? You're talking, are you referring to internet upload? Because I'm still seeing 0 drop frames. If it was a stream, I do not know. Because I don't think there's anything encountered on here. Did they change this to be sideways? They did, so they wanted one vertical and one horizontal. Interesting. Alright, anyways, so over here, this really does just kind of go forward. Alright, well, let's start building. So I'll go probably all the way to the end. Why is there... Oh, there's a bridge. Saw the dark spot on the floor of there, on the cobblestone. Here, I put this away, and I didn't know where that was coming from. And then I looked up and saw that was my bridge getting into the Indev Sky Islands. In fact, since I have the glass on me, hold up. While I'm here, I remembered. I don't know if this will guarantee they don't grow, but we're gonna hope they don't. At a later point, I should put another staircase. You know what I could do? So I have this one staircase here that goes all the way up to the top. I might have another one going in reverse. So instead of going up that way, it goes up that way, which means I would probably build it off of the top part there. But we'll see. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. And so the current focus is going to the end. I don't know how I'll handle going around the corner, but we are going to deal with that later. Because between 1.16 and 1.17, the amount of blocks I'm going to need here in the museum, we're going to go probably until that area or so. So at some point, having that staircase closer to this side will be beneficial. Maybe I'll do the math, see just how far I have to travel going up the stairs, and see if it runs into that area. One of the earliest Cheez-Its on this world was way over there during that stone. Yeah, hopefully the staircase doesn't run into that, but we'll see. There's a slime, hello. Maybe I very well did see a slime fall off, because he would have spawned here and then fallen down there. Hello. Does he not see me? That's okay. I don't feel like dealing with him right now. Bye! Looks like I don't have to deal with him. I definitely saw that slime fall down. I wonder how far slimes can fall. They would have to hit the void going at terminal velocity though, which means the slime would need to fall from a very high up before it falls out of the world. Because once it reaches the bottom, you'll end up splitting into the different slimes, and then those slimes start taking damage, and then split one more time. Howdy, Paul, I'm not making a roof, I'm extending the pathway. Or I guess if I started going that way, maybe I'll start going this way as well. Good job, me of the past. For some reason, I thought it sort of just stopped. But it turns out me of the past figured out this is how I wanted to do the corner. I remember expanding this block museum, and I have no idea when I did that. Sometime here in part 4. I remember opening up that cave over there because I was like, wow, there's barely any space left. And for some reason, I don't know why, but the early part of YouTube Rewind 2018 popped into my head. Jump in music. Maybe it's because I saw the slime jump off. If you keep finding cities, you're having better luck at finding them than I was. Because I remember struggling. I remember struggling quite a lot early on. It wasn't that long ago, a couple months or so, that I remember trying to find cities. 2 or 3 streams because I was looking for the new ships. I was trying to find the new cities in the proper versions. Can't remember what I was looking for because I know I already recovered all the beacons from the old ships. Oh well, I don't remember. Not important. How am I doing on cobblestone? I might be able to make it back. I probably overdid it on cobblestone. I didn't know how much I was going to need. Oop, lag spike. I saw another slime, but I don't know if he jumped off as well. Let's see, what are we looking at? A little more than 15 minutes for the day. I might start preparing for the blast mining trip. We'll see how far we go. Now I know, though, that I'm going to have to acquire more nylium. Not nylium, the fungus. The giant shrooms. You know what might be interesting? If I made my own little nether here in the overworld. Because now it wouldn't be boring. Because with the 1.16 nether, I can make the different biomes. What are currently on the pants? Breaking 3, mending, and projection 4 is pretty good. I feel like most people when they play Minecraft don't plan on dying. Alright, so now what we do is we count, because I don't remember how much space is between the pillars. Yogurt. That's kind of funny, even though I don't eat yogurt all that often. But howdy, welcome back. 11 blocks. You see, on Twitter, something's been going around in regards to someone who was planning on dying. And I keep seeing it all over the place. We'll see how long people will continue to talk. Void? Well, yeah, we're in the end of Sky Islands. This is where the block museum is because I totally did not realize how much space I was going to need for this. Sun goes down, Zella Moon rises. We'll catch some Z's. Lego resource pack. I'm trying to think in which way the connection is there because right now I'm not seeing it. Oh wait, did I not make the space for cobblestone along here? Oops, it's just all glass. Let me grab Silk Touch real fast. Alright, so what I say, 11, right? Cobblestone. I'm not going to count once, I'm going to count twice. We're going to dig up all the cobblestone on this side, and then I'm going to count starting from there, placing the cobblestone on the back side, and see if they all line up. I like having unbreaking on anything, even if there's already mending, because I like the guarantee that it's not going to break soon. Plus, it also decreases the amount of time between repairs. I'm not planning on building a roof. As I said, I was expanding the pathway for the second floor. The viewing area, I should say. Bye. I don't know if that's 11 or 12, but we'll find out later. With how frequently I was seeing gateways on my exploration on here, I'm sure you'll have plenty of availability to find gateways over there. Oops. Hello, slime. How's it going? Huzzah! A double za. Fly. You'd go. Bye. I know I'm losing glass blocks. I don't have a way to prevent them from falling. When did 25W20A release, other than the 20th week of the year 2025 AD? A couple weeks ago. Oh. Is there a reason why you're bringing it up now? I don't know if there's a new snapshot this week, but I feel like we're so close to the release that I think they might be preparing for the pre-releases for 1.20, 1.6. We're already on the pre-releases? I thought we got a snapshot last week. When did pre-release 1 come out? Was it yesterday? Yawn. So it looks like my prediction was right, because I was wondering why it was taking so long yesterday for another snapshot to come out. Then I thought about it. Well, if they're still planning for that June release, then it would make sense that the pre-release is coming out instead. Cobblestone. What do I have? 10 minutes. 10 minutes to build all these cobblestone pillars. We'll see how far we can get. I see you, slime. It'd be appreciative if you were to remain over there. Bye. Don't know if he despawned or if he's out of render range. Hopefully he's gone. I did this right? Hold up. Alright, cool. Yes, that was right. Keep looking back to make sure that that's all the same. Everything lined up with the backside. Cool. Alright, so here's where things get a little interesting. How do I take care of the corner? This is kind of where my question comes down to, because do I focus on the inside or do I focus on the outside? Well, either way, what I know for sure is I can place down all this, because now I know this first side lines up correctly, which means all of these slots here are where they should be. Hold on, wait. Slime, you weren't supposed to see me. I'll just keep jumping forward. Ah, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Hiya! Bye! Threat secured. He is no longer an issue. Happy guests did not have collision before when they were flying into each other. Sounded like a problem. It's rather different playing experience when players are able to collide versus when they pass through each other in any video game. Always depends on context in which it is preferred. I see a green bean. Got tired of one of your brothers from earlier. I don't know what the custom options thing is. Including thing does not always help verify what thing is. Oh wait, hold on. I was supposed to focus on this. So it looks like... How did I do the corners before? When do I have my next corner? This is all diagonal. There's only one pillar anyway. Maybe I prioritize the inside, that way I can have more pillars. I should say prioritize the outside. Squish the ones inside together. Is the sun going down? Yeah, it is. Nope, I guess I do prioritize the inside. Okay, well, either way, we'll catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. We have only a few minutes left of the day. Yawn. As if it has been a long day. There is a sewer in the museum area. So what I might do then is not deal with that corner for a while. We'll only build the pillars on the sides up before then. Nom 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 nom. We're just gonna ignore that slime. What was the issue that maps had? I don't play enough modern to know what it is, unless it's a bug that's been around for a while. So it looks like from here we go up, I think it's 2 blocks, and then put the torch on the front and the back. W31A is almost 2 years ago. Oh, this is 8 blocks, but this is not a complete stack. Oops, hold up. There we go. Now this is a complete stack. Back to your, how about I prioritize all of that when I'm placing? So I know how Minecraft placement works. From 23W31A and earlier do not upgrade. What version does it affect? What are the affected versions, I should say? I guess that makes sense. It would be every version afterward. Probably. Oh, wait, did the torch model get fixed by now? Yep. Wild torches didn't have that bottom texture, and I totally forgot when it was added. We're also at the end of today, so if y'all have final thoughts, start saying them now. I'm just going to do the same pillar on the opposite side, and then we'll figure it out from there. This is not a custom-filled map, though. This is a map that has a dedicated area. It shouldn't be a problem. No concern until it becomes an issue, of which I'll deal with that later. But otherwise, it is indeed all it for today. Tomorrow should be regular Friday. Thank you all for watching. Bye.